Now, as developers, a lot of times we're tasked with building sites from scratch. And a line I hear often is, well, I don't have an eye for design. And that's what we're trying to change. Let's think about design more in programmatic rules like we're used to as developers. Take this profile page for the Joy of CSS. We have different shades and tints of gray, but we also have a splash of color. Look at CodePen. CodePen is literally whites and blacks and different shades of grays, but you see this yellow in a couple of different places. You pick a highlight color and you go with it. That is one of the easiest rules that you could follow as a developer. Light gray, medium gray, dark gray, black, white. There's your 5 colors. And then you just pick a highlight color. Here we have this green, and we have a lighter version of it and a darker version. You can actually see the gradient in our logo. Now, what if I'm looking for that color? Well, here in Photoshop, we'll go through a few different examples. Here in Photoshop, if I wanted to pick out that dark green, I would click on the color picker. And as you can see, I can kind of move around and select different colors. And sure enough, if I find a color I like, here's the hexadecimal value. And here's the RGB value. But I also get this eyedropper tool, which I can use to select the dark, the light, and any color in between. I also have an extension inside of Chrome called Color Picker, where I can actually go and pick a color from a web page, like so, and it will give me the hexadecimal, even the closest named color that CSS will work with, and the RGB value as well. Now, what if you want a wider variety of color schemes? Well, here at color.adobe.com, which is completely free, but obviously works a little better if you do have the Creative Suite, as you can sync color schemes back to your desktop applications. We're presented with a color wheel where we can move colors around, we can adjust sliders, right? Look at the hexadecimal and RGB values as well. But I like going to the Explore tab and looking at other color schemes that users have come up with. For instance, say that you're building a site in the theme of a beach. So if we just search all of the color themes on Adobe's color site, we can see anything where they've mentioned beach in the title. And we might decide, you know what? This one looks good. So we'll edit a copy of it, and now we have the hexadecimal values for each of these colors. Now that's it for color theory. Next up, we are going to have our first challenge, as well as a short intro video explaining how challenges are going to work here at Joy of CSS.